Hey YouTube, welcome to Shimmer Girl Talks. I'm going to do something slightly different today. I usually don't like promote my books or anything like that, but now is the time, people have time to read, so I thought it might be a good time to introduce some of my books. Um, I do want to give a fair warning though. The book that I'm going to read from today is an interracial romance. And I know that that is a sore spot for some people, but I just want to say that I'm not promoting interracial relationships. It's just a story, it's fiction, and I'm a writer. I write however the characters come to me, is what I put on paper. I have a joke that I say I have characters living rent free in my mind. And if you're a writer, then you know your characters come to you however they want to come to you. And it's just your job to type it out. But I write black love, I've written white love, and I write interracial love. And again, there's no agenda, it's just a story. And so, without further ado, I'm going to start and just a random chapter. And before I start, the stories can be found. You can check out my website, www.shimmergirlbooks.com, and I will put that in my comment section. And for right now, they're only available on Amazon because I'm in that Kindle Select. And if you are an Amazon holder, you might be familiar with that. And what that is I think you pay like $9.95 a month, and you can read as many books as you want. And but once that's over for me, I'm going to go back to my other, um, you know, where other books are available, which would be like Barnes and Noble, iBook, stuff like that. But for right now, they're just on Amazon and they are available in paperback as well. So here goes. Keisha turned and looked at him. He read her expression. If we stopped this now, it would have been for nothing. But I think I can give you a final payment by the end of this week, he said, and we will be out of each other's hair. He furrowed his brow as deep thoughts crossed his mind. Keisha caught the look, but didn't understand why, and she didn't ask him what he was thinking. Sometimes when he was bored, he went to Keisha's apartment. He confused her at times. This fraud of a relationship, and other times he got comfortable and talked to her as if she was his best friend. The more she got to know him, she realized that even with the looks and wealth that he had, he was surrounded by fake, shallow people. I really like you. I can talk to you. You keep it real, he said, thinking about Jessica and other past girlfriends who said and did everything he said. They jumped through hoops hoping they would be the one. But Keisha didn't bend over backwards for him, and he liked that. You don't sugarcoat things to stay in my good graces, he had told her that on one of the nights he came over. A week later. What are you doing here? Keisha asked as she opened the door with a towel wrapped around her still damp body. Without answering, he kissed her. She gave in to the kiss. The chemistry between them had been slowly growing, and neither of them could deny it. He picked her up and carried her to her bedroom and removed her towel. She was a walking contradiction of sorts. One side of her was a highly sexual vixen on stage, but deep down she was really an old romantic at heart who wanted to be swept off of her feet and loved. She wasn't seeing anyone at the time, and she had needs, and Chad was there to fulfill them. He was more than just a rich, pretty boy. He knew how to work a woman's body to an intense level of passion and knew how to make her feel as though she was the only woman in the world for him at the same time. The following morning, he was gone, and it left Keisha wondering what was next. The job was lasting longer than they both anticipated. They were 3 months into the relationship. Okay, hope you enjoyed it. Check it out, and I'll be back soon. Bye.